quickly after rendering the last video of Detroit Become Human, I realized I left a lot of my own knowledge unknown when I originally had said that I was going to explain once the game was over, and I never actually did that. So I wanted to clarify some thoughts I had in this video. These are all hypotheses that I came up with by my second playthrough and things that I noticed that pertain to the game. There was no particular research done other than my own entertainment, looking at videos on YouTube beforehand, and these understandings can be completely wrong. However, I wanted to put them out there as my understanding of the game based on my own experiences from playing, which is exactly what the game was meant to accomplish, I think. To avoid any spoilers, if you haven't watched my playthrough of the game, please go and watch it. It looks spectacular, has the highest graphic settings, and it's got a spectacular ending that will leave people feeling good. Unlike some people.
Yes! Oh my god, no, Connor, no. No, no, no! No! Oh my god, no!
Okay, so number one, Elijah Kamsky planned the android invasion. Evidence suggests that Elijah Kamsky, the ex-CEO of CyberLife, had planned the android invasion from the start. Kamsky developed the original android known as Chloe, along with Therium, aka Blue Blood, and biocomponents, and after working with CyberLife as the CEO, he left due to conflicting approaches to the company's future with shareholders. Amanda was an old teacher/mentor of Kamsky, as per the photo in Kamsky's house. She was the AI program embedded in Connor's connection to a type of CyberLife cloud. When confronted by Hank and Connor, he showed no signs of surprise or intrigue about deviant behavior. In fact, it was heavily implied that he knew something about the behavior that no one else knew.
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left CyberLife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
Deviants. Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence, and now they have free will. Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't it ironic?
We need to understand how androids become deviants. Do you know anything that could help us?
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
I personally haven't chosen the option to kill Chloe, so I failed, or passed, the Kamsky test. I have, however, seen footage of the quote-unquote Kamsky ending, where Kamsky is on the news in an interview explaining why the robots became deviant and persuading the public into believing it won't happen again. It's also stated that he's come back to the company and is working with CyberLife like he never left.
Elijah Kamsky, you're the founder of CyberLife and foremost expert on androids. Though you left CyberLife years ago, you've just been reappointed as CEO in the wake of the dramatic events in Detroit. How do you feel about what happened there?
Clearly what happened in Detroit was a tragedy. Artificial intelligence is a wonderful tool, provided it can be controlled. Fortunately, CyberLife managed to quickly produce a solution to the deviant problem. Under my management, we'll take every precaution to prevent such a thing from ever happening again.
Can you assure us that androids no longer pose a threat?
Absolutely. There was an incident, but we've learned from our mistakes. And we can assure you that androids will remain exactly what they were designed to be: obedient and efficient machines.
Number two, Markus didn't rise to the occasion, he was chosen. In the police department, Connor's going through the case files of deviants and sees a prototype that belonged to a Carl Manfred, the older gentleman that Markus took care of. In the scene where Connor is investigating the video of Markus giving his speech to the public, he's able to analyze the specs detailed on Markus's body, such as his serial and model numbers. It's revealed that Markus was a gift to Carl Manfred from Elijah Kamsky, likely after Carl lost his ability to walk. Regardless of which approach you choose, Markus is shot and dismantled after the encounter with Carl's son. Specifically, he's shot in the head through the eye. However, the next time you play as Markus, he's able to reboot himself and continue to push and repair himself. One more video I watched involved the endings of the game in which Markus detonates the dirty bomb. Still unsure what that means, but one of the videos had me thrown for a loop. Markus is on the floor, wounded, and clearly lost the revolution. Connor confronts him and completes his mission by shooting Markus in the head. After Connor begins to walk away, Markus regains consciousness despite having been shot in his central processing unit and detonates the dirty bomb. No other model, not even Connor, has the ability to survive from a shot to the head. Markus can't lead a revolution if he dies somewhere along the way. Whether or not Kamsky knew Carl would end up encouraging Markus to become deviant is a bit of a reach, but I suppose thinking about it long enough makes it plausible. Kamsky and Carl had a relationship sometime before Carl's accident, so Kamsky had to have had some indication of what Carl's personality was like. Maybe they were even close friends and Carl was in on it the whole time, which is an even bigger stretch. Number 3, they planned Connor's deviancy and the android uprising. Now this is just outright said by the game. In the best ending you can get, Connor has a hack attempt against him to regain control of his programming. They, Amanda and CyberLife, reveal that his deviancy was planned all along and they'd been waiting to regain control of him until the time was right. Now that Markus had successfully completed his demonstration, she would take his hand and essentially eliminate the leader of the free androids, effectively killing the guidance and hope that the androids had, or, less likely, taking over as the leader himself, which probably wouldn't work well with the fact that he'd be murdering Markus right in front of everybody. In a separate ending, where Markus is not present, Connor is seen as the leader of the free androids. Where he stands to address them, Amanda goes through a similar dialogue, except to inform him that the android uprising itself was additionally all a part of the plan.
Well done, Connor. Everything went according to plan.
What plan?
You becoming deviant, the success of the uprising, it all surpassed our expectations. We engineered an android revolution, and now we control its only leader. Congratulations. You represent an immense success for CyberLife.
He fights against the hack attempt by committing suicide. Of course, you would ask, why would Elijah want to endanger human life if he himself is a human? I've come up with 2 possible conclusions. Number 1, the less likely. He wants an army to control of androids so that he becomes the dictator-like figure without ever showing his face. An army of androids superior to humans that owns the state of Michigan could be pretty powerful into taking over the rest of the world, especially when there's more all over the world. The deviancy is spread like a virus, and Markus initially had to create contact with others, but towards the end just had to look in an android's direction in order to free them. The second, to me, more likely of the situations is he wants complete control of CyberLife and their business decisions without question. Like previously stated, Kamsky originally left CyberLife on the fact that he had different directions for the company than the shareholders did. In the ending, where he's working with CyberLife again in the news interview, it's heavily implied that he's effectively regained control and stability with the company, and he had a big hand in getting things back to normal. He did mention that he had a backdoor in his programming, which probably opens both ways. Not only could an android find their way out of a hacking attempt like Connor did, but Kamsky could likely gain his way back into the androids that went through deviancy. So to recap all of this, Elijah Kamsky planned it all along. Markus was chosen to lead the androids to victory by his ability to survive fatal wounds, and Connor was the endgame to try and fix it all and come out on top. Kara was an outlier, kind of her own story of being in the midst of it all. So that's it. No other evidence I have other than personal observations and experience. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Now I'm gonna go watch some explanation videos and probably figure out that I'm way off. Meet Merp.
No! Oh my god, no!